Hello, welcome to my next video. Today, you join me in Bournemouth Airport in Dorset on board the Zibo 737-800. Today, we're flying with Ryanair down to Bergerac and back. So, let us get started though. So, first of all, what I will do is get the airstairs, chocks, and the front door sorted out. So, I will do that. Chocks, airstairs, and the front door, please. Thank you. That's sorted out. Right, now on to the ground power. Uh, Actually, what I'll do first, what I'll do first, because it will take a while, I will start up the loading of the aircraft via the SAM plugin. So, yes, pre-flight. Really? There's no. What's going on? Oh, I see why. Okay, doesn't matter too much. I'll sort out later. So, uh, um, this is the this type of the 737 here is the Boeing 737-8AS model. F from my understanding, 8AS. The AS means air stairs, which is a I believe is a subvariant exclusive for Ryanair, which provided which they required for well requested for ease of turnarounds at small airports like say Limoges or Bergerac or anything like in Spain or Italy where ground service may cost more than Ryanair willing to pay. Right, so I will. What I'll do is I'll start it out from cold now, and we'll work from there. So first things first, battery. We'll turn it on. The ground power we will request it. Ground power turns on. Steady lights. There's some lighting up here. There you go. And down the bottom here for the lower panel lights down here is checked. Okay, so let's get started with the loading. I think first of all, get the standby standby artificial horizon sorted out here first. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now IRS align. We'll do 1 and 2 now. So 1 and 2. That's good. Right. Okay, start. We'll do left to right and down to up like an Airbus, really. So if your pump's all off for now, we'll turn the left aft pump on for the APU, but not yet. It's too early yet. So your lamp are off now because the hydraulic pumps are out. Actually, let's try it out. Yeah, okay, on works fine. We'll do a test of the leading edge slats. Is checked. APU is off. Electrical is good. Standby power is auto and guarded. Engine drives never touch these. They are always meant to be closed and guarded, which they are. Battery is that's not surprising. Also 29 volts. Happy with that. IRS is good. Just check how long it takes. 7 minutes. Middle here, engine start and temperatures are off. Let's check. Just test the attendant ground crew. Check. Still, there's no smoking signs. They are on. So that's off. Moving here. Cabin altitude. That's fine. Hydraulic pumps. We'll turn these on. Window heating. Also on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're on. Moving here. Altitude. The pressurization panel. Bergerac Airport is the altitude of 167 feet, so we'll put 150. And the cruising levels today, I'll just check my SimBrief OFP. No, first page. And we're cruising today level 310. All the way up. 310, check. we'll do a quick test of the setting between auto, alternate, and manual. So alternate, manual is check. That's happy with that. Bleeds and packs, we'll switch to packs on auto. AP bleed off, engine bleeds, they are on. Isolation valve, we'll leave it open for now for the APU start and do it. Trim air on, voice recorder on, and we'll do our tests. We'll go top down here, so test of the recorder, OSP warning, and the stall warning. Okay, I see. I remember the stall warning can only test the ones the iris are aligned, so we'll wait for them to be aligned in order to test the stall warning. Okay, come to the lower panel here. Transponder 2000 is set. In Bergerac, so we're using ILS from runway 27. So the frequency for the ILS is 108.15 in Bergerac, so 108.15. And the course is a 274. It's checked. We'll do a fire test here, we'll do a fault test, check, and we'll do a fire test. Some squibs, and that, we'll go a fire test. One big test, check, getting the GWS.
Slide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Feel that? Right. On the FMC setup. So, FMC, we'll just increase the brightness here. I think if we can. Can we? Yeah, we can. Here. Right, very nice. Just take these. So, nav data, that is accurate, it's a live one. I have now graphs, so I have the latest air cycle. Airport today, Echo Golf Hotel, that's Bournemouth Airport. Stand today is stand 5. IRS, copy, paste. Flying from Bournemouth down to Lima Foxtrot Bravo Echo, which is Bergerac. Ryanair today is flight FR 7098, enter. Runway today, Python today, runway, I believe it's today it's 26. No, it's a question runway 08 is Python today. Python today, runway 08. Flight plan will direct, first we'll direct BAM to. Then over to Rudmo. Now sit at. Airway Alpha 34 all the way to Bergerac. So Bugis. And we'll do arrival into Bergerac, the ILS runway 27 with the Bugis 8 Tango departure. Question. We'll do our approach the ILS runway 27 via the Bugis 8 Tango arrival. Enter. No problem with that. I'll wait. Now wait for the IRS for line-up. While waiting, we'll just test that. We'll just get the passengers on board. Out level 1. And the fuel says 0.3.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Brake RTO. Thank you. minus weather today in Bournemouth. Temperature today is 20, QNH 1020. I've set custom weather here, clear sky and a fixed temperature in QNH because with default airplane weather it updates refreshes every 15 minutes and it causes some some like jolts in the wind and whatnot. It's not very pretty. So today I'm decided today I'm trying out just fix no wind at all today. I'm just nice and calm. Basically ideal weather for flying. There we are. We'll activate. We'll just do a quick check of the plan page. We'll set there. Map and activate. Perfect today, cruising to level 310. Wrong way, hang on. Yeah. 310 today. Wind today, I will say they're at 1 knot. It's calm today, so I'll just say that. Total time 08 here. Let's see here. Page number 3. 4 question. Minus 49. Negative 49. Cost index today is 6. Reserves 2.2 tons. Planned fuel today, block fuel today is 6.3. And for our zero fuel weight today, I'll just click test it, so I'll check it and compare it with our payloader. 54.2, 54.2. Happy with that. Enter. I'm aware. Today we use X5 today. Trim 5 units, and we'll do our vehicle speeds today. Total trim flight, we'll just check trim is 5 units. It is. And we'll start our V2 143 units in the MCPL. Yeah, I need to make sure, just make sure my instruments are synced. They are. And now we're all synced up, otherwise I'm minus 1020 nest on standard pressure, so just save that quickly, save it. Let's see livery. Looks lovely today. Awesome. Recall, some warnings there, normal. So let's check our approach in Bergerac today. What's the decision altitude in Barrow? So what I'm saying here, what's the decision height in the barometric reference? Like what's the altitude compared on the local altimeter pressure for minimums? So it could be either on the radio altimeter, which is more accurate, or what we usually use, which is the barometric altimeter. So I'll know this by going on the charts. ILS27. We have 2 values here. The 362 here in black is your baro, and your 200 is your radio. So I'm going to put in my decision, which is 362. So just baro and 362. Reset. Yeah, it's armed. It's already there. So brilliant. I can just when I land, I just press reset on that, and it'll be there still 360. So brilliant. That excellent. So VORs off. No need those there. No need for those.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Thank you. Cabin signs on. Heading outbound of Bournemouth Airport. The runway departure today is. I think it's 078. 077, I think. Okay, just climb will do 10,000 feet. Okay, FDs come on. On their arm. Going on. Can not arm on nav? Hang on. Missing here. Right, heading, operational, LPV, IAN check, LNAV, VNAV out, yeah, common. We're heading mode, okay, so. Strange. Well, armor in the air, really, so. Right, okay, it doesn't matter. APU start, so pump aft left on, APU master to on, and we'll go on, we'll press start for 3 seconds. So, 1, 2, 3, release. EGT rising. Just welcome Pangel on board.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're all very welcome on board.
Hi, APU is running, so first of all, lead on. And now our generator on. GPU will turn it off. And we're disconnected. Now we can get rid of our air stairs, close the door, and the chocks. Yeah. Great. Okay, so on the recall here, fuel and electrical are very normal because the engines aren't running. That's very normal. Okay, pushback. Get baby running. So runway 08, I'm not sure on something else. Do I want to backtrack on 26 or come out and yeah, what I'll do, I think the path down here is for like light aircraft. It's got a curve here. A 77 can't do that. So what I'll do, I'll push back facing south and come out across here, onto the runway, backtrack 180 and let her rip. And let her roll. Okay, push back face south.
Ground to flight deck. I can now see where you want to go. Just call me through the menu when you're ready.
Oh, that hurt a bit. Well, Captain, I'm ready to go. So, pumps on, transponder out off, beacon light that can come on once I'm sure everything is ready. So, all the doors there shut properly, no ground crews around, beacon comes on. I will start pushback.
Ground to flight deck, the tug is driving up.
Thank you. That helps.
Okay, Captain, all doors and hatches are closed. We're ready to connect.
I'm ready. The heading works. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, well, what I'll do, I'll take off the heading mode and then do it on that. Because the runway is no sit on it, don't matter too much.
The tug's connected and the bypass pin's installed. Release parking brake.
Brakes are released, are yours.
We're commencing pushback. Clear to start engines in sequence.
Q will start will do starting 2 and 1 and then 1 and 2 in Bergerac. So we'll do engine start sequence here in Bournemouth, we'll do 2, then 1, then on Bergerac for return flight I will do 1, then 2. Right, okay, packs off, and we'll start engine number 2. Packs off, and we'll start engine number 2. Motor set to the ground, and we'll wait until 25% enter. See 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. Number 2 shot on. N1 EGT rising normally, no problem with that. All pressure light goes out, is checked.
Ground to flight deck, the pushback's complete. Set parking brake.
Sets.
We're disconnecting the tow. Stand by.
Set number 1. Starting engine 1. Same thing, when 25% into, and then we'll put the fuel in. While waiting, actually, I'll just check out the charts for Bournemouth. 3, 4, 5, fuel number 1 comes on, disconnect, you're happy to go. Bournemouth, runway heading 076, nearly had a degree off, not too bad. Airport chart, wrong one, airport Chibia. So we'll taxi via Romeo, we'll taxi via Bravo.
Tow is disconnected, Captain. Bypass pin has been removed. Give your hand signals to the left and we'll see you next time. Have a safe flight. Bye now.
Good day. Edge stop, which is continuous. Generator comes on, APU comes off, lead APU off, isolation valve non-auto, packs auto. Pro pieces come on. With the pin, cheerio. It's 5, 1, 2, 5. Oh, before taxi checklist from me, taking off today, flaps 5, they are set physically, and we have flex 5 green light. V speed today, V1 129, VR 131, and V2 143. 143 is set in the MCPR. Trim today, trim 5 units. 5 units is set. Runway 08 is checked. So taxi at runway 08 via Bravo 2, Bravo 1, entering 26, backtrack, line up runway 08. And then we'll depart on runway heading beforehand direct towards Bamtur. Okay, let's go. Runway taxi and turn off lights come on, and we'll taxi runway 08 via Romeo via Bravo. Kicks off, roll it. Just a brake test here. With that, brakes quite fine, rolling. Anyone wonder about my setup here while hardware, not computer but hardware, I use the Logitech flight yoke system. I have the yoke and throttle quadrant. I do not have any rudder pedal, I just control it with the leftmost knob on the yoke of the Logitech FYS. So it saves a lot of money doing that, I think, but also I can just nudge the plane in not smoothly but in steps, right or left. So say here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and we'll correct it. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4 to the right, 3 to the left, bring 1 to the right. So I like it as it is. It makes taking off much easier than having to constantly keep the plane on the runway using the rudder pedals. It's not easier. People who got the hang of that, I must say, I'm very impressed because I can't figure it out. So that's just me. Another thing here, the reason I decided to do these videos is mainly because it was like a long time idea of mine to mainly inspiration from people like PTG Rail for training simulators and training sim well, but also watching real life flights around my local airport, Bergerac, and feeling I wanted to try to fly them in the sim. And even better, perhaps maybe garner an audience for it, and maybe have people not appreciate my expertise. That's just been a bit how do you put it? Sounds a bit pushy or something. Like you must pay attention to me. No, I said it. But I just my goal here is like to show what to do, cold start one art, but also as someone who could be of assistance should perhaps you're a flight simmer or you're nervous to fly and want to know how the plane works, how everything works. I'm happy if one for any comments below or any questions you have. I'll respond to it in my own time, but I'll respond to the actual comment quite quickly before I've had to make a video if I deem it necessary or deem potential from it for future videos. So with that, enough of me rambling. Let's do Takeoff configure. Strobes, they can come on now. Transponder, TARA. Land lights, they can have all on to there. Recall, check, no warnings. Auto, that's armed. Panto, heading select. And the cabin is septic departure. Alright, happy, roll out. So, takeoff briefing today, we will take off. Initial pitch here will be around 15 degrees pitch up. We will fly manual until we get the flaps fully up. So what we'll do, we will climb 15 degrees until we reach our end where the engines spool down from takeoff to climb thrust. When that happens, I will lower the nose to around 10 degrees, bring the flaps from 5 to 1, and bugger speed up from 143 to around 211 or 213 knots, roughly. It depends on depends on
approaching
where the
08.
Depends on where the flap up buggers. I'll shut her up. Actually.
On runway 26, 1,400 feet remaining.
Annoying actually. They are enable and save aircraft configure. They are. Now keep it quiet. So once to get the flaps up, I'll click VNav and autopilot command. I'll click the autopilot command left side once I activate it. So recap again. So what we'll do, we will line up. We'll start the timer and apply first of all 40% to N1. We'll stabilize the engine, then we'll press the mic button here and apply takeoff thrust. The autothrottle, when I press the mic, the autothrottle will automatically take over in advance takeoff thrust. I can let go from there. So we call that 80. So for the initial takeoff, I will have a push forward on the yoke emitter to keep to the reason we push down the yoke between start of departure at 80 knots, start the takeoff roller and the 80 knots, is to allow better grip of Nosewheel on the runway for Nosewheel steering until 80 knots where the rudder becomes effective enough to steer it on the runway instead of. So until 80 knots we use the Nosewheel steering, and 80 knots and above we use the rudder. That's why. So 80 knots, when the call icon, I will utilize the pitch and inputs, and we will do that. Also got with a quick test for the controls, right and left and rudder. Yeah, I should have done that earlier, but it doesn't matter too much. The lower display is blank, that's good. So we will do takeoff thrust, 80 knots neutral stick, V1 rotate, 15 degrees pitch up, manual control until climb thrust, then flaps up 1, bug up, flaps up, VNav, autopilot on, and then we'll engine mode select from engine start pitches from continuous to off. So now demonstrate that. Let's confirm again V speeds, they are confirmed 143 knots V2, I'm happy with that. Let's go to Bergerac. Time is 161423 Zulu, 1623 my timer, because France is 2 hours ahead of UTC of Zulu time. Let's go to Bergerac. Or in French we say Bergerac. So here we go. We will start the timer. And advance throttles. approval. Takeoff listened.
V1. Rotate. V1. Rotate. V2.
Positive rate.
Hold nav. Push heading seats. Here's chance. We got initial speed 201 knots. This one. A little bit off. Flaps up. VNav, LNav, what about engaged? And we're in the air. Should climb plan number 310. Do the direct bounce here. Side flyer. How's it going? About 6,000 feet. Standard altimeter set is checked on 1, 2, and 3. Check. And lights off. And we'll come in time to automatic and with the lighting to cruise. With our sound. And do a fit of Bergerac, and I'll do radials of the airport. I'll do a 15-mile radius. Okay, radial 274 and a distance of 15 miles. 274 radial again, this time over 7 miles. No, 10 miles first of all. Then a 7 miles. And I'll do a, yeah, good 7 miles from here. 1, 10 miles to flap 5, and 27 miles in gear down and config for lander. That's 1 minute in to get the green rings around the airport, W. Passing nearly 18,000 feet, passing aim it now. $78, 9, 18 level 180, passing check. We're level 310. We turn now from Bavtu towards Sitet. No question from Rugmo to Sitet. Here we go. Over the island lights. Near it. Pass over I think it was Leon Soap or Bob Regis was. I'm gonna left it down there. I know over there is Sean might see her, but I think down here is like Leon Solent or Bochum Regis. I'm not sure what it is. If you're wondering how much the plane costs, it's a funny question. It costs nothing. It's free on X-Plane 11 and 12. If you like, I could include a link in the description below, but you should be able to find it very easily because it's probably the best plane freeware on X-Plane that there is. It is glorious to fly. I would actually compare it better than the PMEG. It's freeware. But it feels like the best payware 737 there is. It handles well. Real life 737 pilots on X-Plane have given it their thumbs up as it feels exactly like it should in real life. Kind of like PNG or Smat. This is Genesis was the best. Until the centre, will stop talking and let you enjoy the flights for now. I will come back verbally just before we start descending to Bergerac.
10,000 to go.
Distract.
Hello again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruise altitude and the seatbelt sign is now off. Feel free to move around the cabin, but we do ask if you are in your seat that you do keep your seatbelt loosely fastened in case we do experience any unexpected turbulence. Otherwise, invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight.
We are about 20 miles to the descent. We're putting out now, descending now about level 1 officially, level 100 initially. Heading into Bergerac is 274. And we'll get our Maris right short now. There's the rings, lovely. We're descending via the Lucas 8 Tango arrival for runway 27. The final altitude will be 2,500 feet until the glide slope. Passing 10 miles, altitude return check, 10,000 feet in the box. Now, when we stop descent, I will put in my VREF for landing. Unlike the flying 77 Max in this, the Modern Max, the VREFs are all accurate and have no problem. I had no problem taking some without becoming too slow or pitched up, so no worries there. Miles to go, and I will go window view for a bit. Actually, no, I need to announce the descent first, then we'll go window view. Here we go.
Hello again from the flight deck. We are just commencing our descent. Looks like we'll be landing ahead of schedule and the weather conditions are looking good at our destination. We'll be touching down in less than 30 minutes, so do make your way back to your seats. Thanks for choosing to fly with us today, and it's been a pleasure having you on board.
Good. So, VREF landing on these flat 30 today. That's 140 knots. Check. And we'll do it in Barbaros. They are 362.
We are now at descent. We would ask you to return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened, your tray tables are in the upright and locked position, your armrests down and window blinds fully open. Any bags you may have removed during the flight must now be restowed for landing, ensuring the main emergency exits and cabin aisle are kept completely clear of all baggage for landing. There should be no further walking or standing in the cabin aisle, and we will be landing shortly. Thank you.
emoji down there. Takeoff level 210 now for level 100. So you see we have the 15-mile ring, 10-mile ring, and the 7-mile ring around Bergerac. So brilliant. Forecast, why not? Wind, no, because it winds off to winds calm. I've modified the wind to make it winds calm, wind 0 really. So level 3, 1,000 feet, and that's here ties anti-ice on or off. So off at level 310. IS sail. The ISA, the average ISA to there. Check right now actually. Is the average ISA for today's flight plan was +3. /1020 on the EGHH. Enter. And for now that's it. You can put in your own winds if it's live weather or we got some winds going, but I don't, so it's pointless. Cabin signs, put them on, and we'll invite the cabin to prepare for landing.
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please.
Would you please return to your seats and make sure all your personal belongings are safe? Ladies and gentlemen, you have to serve. We have approximately 20 minutes to arriving. The captain has now switched on the fasten seatbelt signs. Would you please return to your seats and make sure all your personal belongings are safely put away in the overhead locker or underneath the seats in front of you. Please ensure your seat level is now fastened, your table is folded away, your seat back is upright with the armrest down. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, all items must be placed in the overhead locker as the floor area around your seat must be completely clear for landing. This would include any shoes, blankets, pillows or magazines. All electronic devices must be switched off at this time, and if you are using headsets, please remove them now. Once again, may we remind you that mobile phones must remain switched off until the aircraft has arrived at the terminal building and the fasten seatbelt sign is switched off. Finally, please take a moment to remind yourself of your nearest exit.
Passing level 110 for level 1, we'll dial in 7,000 we've stopping, 7,000, level 70 at Bugis. We're approaching now the town of Begu. There it is over there, Begu over there, alright. And Bergerac is just over there it is, there Bergerac, and the airport is there. So it's over there, Bergerac. 10,000, we'll test the recall, no warnings, and past 10,000 feet, we'll get set up for landing. Now the feet now lights come on, fixed and turn off, come on. Come inside the fully on, we will get the little cabin light to landing. All brakes, we've got all brakes 3 for today in Bergerac. And we're lovely. Speed 139 correction now. Oh, why off I go off? Pilot? Good. Strange, command A went off, I don't know why. No pressure. Next up we go. Shoot.
1,000 to go.
Right. Nothing 500 feet. Where? Overheat. Oh, what's going on? That's level 70, QNH 1020. Body here also, because the descent on the Bugis is very steep, I will dial the speed back to flat up speed right now. So for the flat to the 737, the say flat up here is 202 knots. Flat 1 will be 20 knots lower than flaps up. Flaps 5 20 knots lower than flaps 1, but flat 15 is 10 knots slower than flaps 5. Just so you remember that. It's 20, 20, 10. So 1, 5, 15, 20, 20, 10. Speed brake. I'm going to brake here because I want to get the seat off the wall here. Turn now at Lucas, over there at the Dordogne River, at the Rivière, and at Dordogne, over there is Le Buisson. Smashing. Be good, yeah, level up, hold on please. Thank you. We are very, apparently very low, very high apparently. There we are. Let's activate from that. There we are. We'll sort that. I'm wondering why it wasn't showing up here, but I hadn't set it up the ILS manner. bring it down faster here. On the ground, I'll fix that because I'm not sure what has happened. Obviously, I haven't checked the pressure system before I left, so that's a bit of a bummer. Checked, 374, that's normal, 15 miles to go, check. We will get 182 knots flex 1. Aware. And we're now approaching the VNAV altitude of VNAV path, so we'll get the flat spoilers in now, no need for any more, we're 5 feet above where we're meant to be, so it's not that bad anymore. Last thing I say before we begin our approach is that today I'm filming it. Today is on Sunday. Now, some of you who watch the channel on Sunday, you my plane plotting video at Bergerac. Now, the thing is though, now getting like above 25 Celsius and sticking around there for an hour or two, still in this heat, yeah, it's not good. So, I'm planning to replace my flight plane plot videos with flight simulation videos unless the weather becomes cooler, which it probably won't. So I think that also solved the problem with me because I feel like with these videos I'm making them quite quickly and all of a sudden. So I'm starting to feel like burnout. So I think what I will do is I will do weekly videos every Sunday. That way I can get the time to rest, relax, get myself together, ready for the video, whatnot, make ideas, write things down, and just be in a better attitude for these videos. So hopefully that goes well. Until then, we'll see ya. So. After this video, my plan is that next flight you'll see from me will be next Sunday. That'll be on the sim, not in real life, because I've lived in France for like 17 years, but I still haven't used to the heat. Like, it's not UK bad with humidity and all that stuff, but it's hot. When you're moving, it's fine. When you're still, it isn't. So. If that's alright with you, although I'm the guy to the channel here, I will replace my plane plot videos with I'll replace my plane plot videos with flight simulation videos every Sunday. No question, saying every Saturday. Sorry. So flight sim videos every Saturday now. Every Saturday. Because Sunday can vary. Like today I'll have lunch with my dad. And I'm not sure whether, depending on when he's available, what's Matt, or if I feel in the mood to go for lunch with Matt. So, and Saturday, the best day where I have nothing going on, where I can be sure I can be able to put out a video now. Let's live, there it is, glide, and we'll do 144, not question 139 was it? Yeah, 139. 139. Okay, gear down. 15 flaps, or it is. Lighting on. Double continuous. And flat setting. Here. Oh, it's not be happening. Right, plan B. Also, gravity gear extension, hurry up. down, left is down, and come on the right. At least now you can see how our gravity gear works. First time I had to use this as well, so it's quite novel. There you are, gears down. Approach me a bit low. What did that do? Okay, my throttle. Stable.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Back. You know, friction at 4,000 feet go around in Bergerac. My aircraft.
Approaching minimums.
Low now.
200. Minimum.
Continue. High.
100.
Oh, hello, jumped too fast there. Careful.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
There. Down on the Nosewheel and brakes off. Nice land that was. I like that. Good. Oh, look, I'd like to give me a headache there. Uh-oh. Steering, help. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. No. Oh, that's embarrassing. But oh Christ, it's bad. Right, stop. Oh, it's not good. Stop. I say stop. Right, plan B. I just had to push back, I'm afraid. Improvise a bit. What's happened here? I've lost my Nosewheel steering arm. So I'm going to need to have the ground, I'm going to need to have Pushback drag me up to the gates. at least then now I'd steer somewhere, that's something. So past up here, down here, Delta 2 here, and then a right turn. Yeah. Delta 2 here, and then we'll park it up like this. And hopefully I can try and fix it, hopefully, on my way here.
Ground to cockpit. Blood knowledge. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Help. Flat stop. Lights off. I'm gonna blind the guy. What I'll do now, I'll just get the engines off because it's pointless now, really. I need to push back through all the rest, so I'll start the APU and get the brakes, engines off. It's embarrassing, but at least you see how it works now. At least show how it works and stuff. I've set from yaw to roll. I try turn out, nothing. I'll try it. Nothing. Left, right, nothing. So plan B, I'll push back it.
Okay,
APU.
all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
On. I'm gonna engine off. It's weird, I know, but no choice. Come on, versus it out. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, it's embarrassing a bit actually. Oh damn, it's not good. It's not good. We're not good. If I have visual effects or not, what can I do?
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
So let me push. Well,
Starting tow and you may start engines.
Not now, basically pointless now, so. Oh dear. Gears in, close the guard. Improvise. Now we'll switch on the back again. You appreciate this rarity in a flight simulation, or even in real life. It's never happened. But well, I feel like it's best to stay truthful to what's happened. Obviously, the plane or me has made a mistake, and the hydraulics have run out on the left side, which results in the left reverser being still out, even though the reversers have been stowed, or asked to be stowed, and the no system does not work. So I feel like it's best to be honest and truthful, than like cover it up and say nothing. I'm a good pilot. Nothing can happen to me. I feel like being honest is just it feel more respectful really. So I'm not embarrassed by this too much. It happened. And I respond accordingly now. So I will put the mic. I will put off the mic and let you enjoy it.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by. Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling. Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're very welcome on board.
800 aircraft. Please remove headphones during this demonstration. There are 8 emergency exits, each marked with a red exit sign. 4 path markings along the cabin aisle will illuminate in darkness and guide you to the nearest exit in an emergency. There are 4 main doors, 2 at the front of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right, and 2 at the rear of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right. There are 4 overall exits in the center of the cabin, 2 left and 2 right. In case the nearest exit to you, which may be behind you. Fasten your seatbelt insert the mother end into the buckle, keep secure from the loose end of the strap, and keep open lift the buckle cover. In the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, the individual oxygen mask will drop automatically from the panel above your head. If this happens, remain seated, pull down firmly on the mask to stop the flow of oxygen, take the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Don't worry if the mask does not inflate. Oxygen is flowing. Secure the mask or one end of the strap. Adults traveling with young children should attend to your own mask first. Your life jacket is safe in a pocket beneath your seat or in the panel above your head. In the unlikely event of landing in water,
V1, rotate.
V1, rotate.
V2,
Positive rate.
hours descent, for altitude in, say level 1, mission level 100. 7 miles to go. So landing in Bournemouth, I think flat 30 will be fine today, I think. Sending now towards Bournemouth. And I'll click be prepared for landing on 20,000 feet. I'm trying to think. They mention in the announcement landing in about 20 minutes. I think level 200 about 3 minutes from landing on. You know what? Less time actually, I think. Why not? Using the ET we have here. Roger, warning. What's going on? The door is shut. What's going on? Wind press level 360, that is checked. We're descending on. Is that the problem? Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto. Everything normal on this front. It's strange though, I'm not sure, because everything's normal. The come altitude is winding down properly. It's in auto. Altitude is set, the cruising altitude plus the landing altitude. The packs are auto. Isolation valve is auto. The bleeds are on. Let's try a trip reset. Not sure why that is. Valves closed. We are descending. The plane is gently depressurizing. We are in descent, and that looks very normal. So I'm not sure what the problem is. So I think until it gets worse, I will presume it to be a glitch or a false alarm and ignore it. Strange though, but. yeah. The camera should have gone away, yeah. I'll check again, yeah. See me a false alarm. With all the shut properly, yeah. I don't see a reason why there is a problem. All the doors shut properly, including the exit doors. Everyone's they are fast. I'm not sure why. Probably the false alarm, so. 1020 will prepare in advance, as well as the minimums into Bournemouth. Minimums Bournemouth on the ILS runway 08, they are. Minimums Bournemouth is a 238. With the forecast for Bournemouth. It was up to level 360 today. I'm not expecting something on request to become using live weather, so it doesn't make a difference. Well, it does, but it doesn't act. It doesn't show. It showed real life wind, not showed real life wind, not what the sim is doing. Right, ISA +1. And the QNH say 1020. Enter. Let's put our minimums today. Well, VRF 145, flaps 30. Being 076 runway heading to Bournemouth. 170, get the cabin signs on. I've also got plenty, I need to do it now, the landing thing on.
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please.
Would you please return to your seats and make sure all your personal belongings are safely put away in the overhead locker? Ladies and gentlemen, you have to serve. We have approximately 20 minutes to arrive in. The captain has now switched on the fasten seatbelt signs. Would you please return to your seats and make sure all your personal belongings are safely put away in the overhead locker or underneath the seats in front of you. Please ensure your seat level is now fastened, your table is folded away, your seat back is upright with the armrest down. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, all items must be placed in the overhead locker as the floor area around your seat must be completely cleared for landing. This would include any shoes, blankets, pillows or magazines. All electronic devices must be switched off at this time, and if you are using headsets, please remove them now. Once again, may we remind you that mobile phones must remain switched off until the aircraft has arrived at the terminal building and the fasten seatbelt sign is switched off. Finally, please take a moment to remind yourself of your nearest exit.
Into Bournemouth altitude for a captured flight slope 2,000 feet. So that'd be glide slope capture altitude in Bournemouth is 2,000 feet. In Bergerac it was 2,500 feet. Other airports, Bristol is 2,100 feet. Stansted is 4,000 feet. 4,000. Heathrow 2,500, I think that was 2,000. So I think it depends also on fuel elevation, I would have thought. So 7 times wrong. Continue approach. passing 10,000 feet. We'll wait until 10,000 exactly to get line line. And we'll wait until 10,000 feet exactly to get our landlines on. Approaching it now. There's 10 and 1. And go. All set. Here we are below 30 miles. It comes into sight. The ILS information. We are of course earlier compared to now. Yeah, lovely. Tonight coming into Bournemouth is what? Say anywhere? Being forecast. Level 70, here it comes. We're at 7.5. We've got a little wait here between here and top of 7,000. We're to get 7,000 feet, so we will wait until then to get to local pressure. That's good, that's all on. Prince here, speed should not 185 by 4. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just, let's do, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, we'll do flaps 1 here at the decel point. And if we're descending, I'll do max spoiler well if needs be needs. Make sure here it was on all the time, otherwise it feels a bit mad still. we'll wait until below level 70 to go to standard pressure, even though it's it does this. So it goes from the green standard to a yellow standard in a box the yellow standard. That's normal. After playing alert, reminding me to go standard pressure because it thinks we're descending below level 70, but we aren't yet, so I will ignore it for now. So I'm descending now towards 2,000 feet. Local pressure now. There's Bournemouth Airport over there. One. That's one. We check flat one. We'll pass over the Bournemouth NDB and we'll do a teardrop maneuver for runway 08 ILS. flaps 5 here shortly. Go now, flaps 5. There we are, flaps 5, there it is. Well, we can send faster and ensure we don't overspeed for the ensure we don't overspeed for the approach.
As we go.
Here's the checked. Final check of the VREF, 144. That's why you check. 144.
$2,500.
Instrument. Here we go. Miles out, looking good. Airport in sight. Rotor coming in. Temperature. Look, temperature. The brake. 3 arm. All lights on and clutch continuous. That way, if you get the later. So one final go, the VREF 143. Improve the correction, VREF 144. 144. Hayden, 144 VREF, get down 15 flap spoilers up, so get down 15 flap spoilers up, this time no problems today with the hydraulics, and flaps 30 up. Landing config is checked, flaps are 30, spoilers are armed, the brakes are 3, get down to agree, spoilers are armed, recall is checked, happy to go. And this time before I get the control throttles, I will adjust my own throttles to make good of it. There it is, and I have throttles. Okay, here we go. Approaching 1,000 feet radio, I will call stable.
1,000.
Stable.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Bergerac, descent.
Okay, I'll just confirm it is 2,000 feet. No, it's 3,000 feet. 2,000 go around altitude. It's checked. Speed looking good. Coming down towards VREF. My aircraft.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimum.
Continue. Low on glide.
100.
I'll take it.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
that time. Hand braking. Reversing off. Just made it to. Oh crap, the flares. I'm getting nervous now. I saw the halfway going past and I'm getting really nervous. But still made it. Spoilers in. Point Park explains from if down. To get the oil brakes off and spoilers in one go without me having to manually do every single one of them. All you need to do is advance the throttles and now automatically will shut the spoilers and disarm the auto brakes. So, I mean, I've heard it in real life prior to before, like when I was flying on Ryanair to like places like Bergerac and Stanton, Bristol. I've heard the engine spool up and the watch spoiler disarm, watch spoiler come down. So I learned that also from people like Flight Deck 2 Sim and other flight simmers. So it's a really nice little system that keeps you that makes it easier to stop the plane from braking too early and stopping on the runway. Anyway, lights off, or then lights off. We'll start EPU. Welcome to Bournemouth. Robes off. APU start. Transponder off. Shh. Is that? Oh shh. No. Oh no. Did I? Hang on. Did I not do it earlier, man? I must have done it in the air. Shh. Damn. Oh, that's embarrassing actually, but oh well. That's the way it is. Off. We'll take our leave here. Let's go for this one on the left here. Lights off. Oh, easy girl, easier. Left here. In that case, parking wise, stopping distance, let's go outside and look from there. Let's run the marker. Brakes are on, transponder standby. And we'll get the APU generator on, lead open, and get engines off. Have the sirens off. And we'll make sure we wait until 18 to get the beacon lights off. Beacon light off. And we're off. Beacon light comes off. Hello, welcome back to Bournemouth. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did feel like maybe I'll perhaps less effort than the Edinburgh flight. Just I feel different now. I feel a bit more like worn out, a bit more burnout from doing this. So either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you on the video next Saturday. See you then.